players exchanging a few friendly words prior to tip-off, the getting-to-know-you stage of the proceedings. It's that time of year, mid-season NBA action. Alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr, this is Kevin Harlan, and as always, happy holidays to each and every one of you from all of us at 2K Sports. A quick check now at the starting lineups for both teams. And guys, what are you going to be looking for in this one from favorites?
And the most striking.
Here's Mr. Clutch. He had 16 points in the win against Charlotte.
Guys, there were a lot of questions about what went wrong for Utah last year as they saw themselves slip from a middle-of-the-pack playoff team to being on the outside looking in at the playoffs. One reason was their play on the road.
The Jazz making a switch here. Jefferson's checked in. As you said with the Jazz last year, getting wins on the road a big problem for them, and they just couldn't keep up in that category. You know, Steve, with other teams vying for a playoff spot.
Yeah, they finished 13-28 on the road, and that was what kept them out of the postseason. They just have to improve in that regard this year if they're going to get into the playoffs.
Out to the right wing. Memphis moving that ball around. No problems knocking that one down. Lee's got 5.
How about the response? Retaliation. Impressive, huh, guys?
I'll say exactly that as well. Nice job to recover those 3 points right away.
1:06 left to play in the first. That gives them the lead.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And I would continue to do it. You know, force the defense to maybe send a double team. Now you've got other options to work with offensively.
Oathis passes to Pondexter. 6 to shoot. And there's Davis. That's good on the assist by Pondexter. Davis has got his second basket.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
Offensive rebound. Thomas dishes to Jefferson. Williams passes to Mr. Clutch. Thomas inside. Right wing. The pass to Mr. Clutch. It's good from long range. Mr. Clutch has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Now Lee, 11 points for him in that last game against the Knicks in New York. Shot from 16. Jump shot is good.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Both teams have it going here early. And
this Friday night.
for the Utah Jazz, they won their last contest, that game against the Bobcats in Charlotte.
And you could see it in that game, despite the odds against them. Once it got to OT, they had the belief that they could get it done.
And, Steve, that's what happens a lot of time when the supposed underdog gets the game into overtime. Momentum swings their way.
Lee out there with Quincy Pondexter. Then it's Vesely. Then there's Davis. And it's Lure in at the 4 slot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. That free throw from Lee is good.
You know, it's been a bad day for them at the line today as a whole, and far too often, that's the case for this team.
Utah's gotten it going from downtown in the second quarter. They're 3 of 3 on 3-pointers. Here's Mr. Clutch, covered by Lee. Passes it to Mr. Clutch. That 3 off the mark. And here is Pondexter. Puts up a 3, and good on the basket. Book it. Pondexter's got the lead up to 4 now for the Grizzlies. Thomas inside, 1 second left, and it's good on the layup. Thomas got 5 points so far.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with
Close game as we wrap up the second quarter. Grizzlies lead by 2. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Thanks for joining
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
A southerly view of the FedEx Forum. In down. Jazz leading by 4. So on the floor for Utah. Mr. Clutch, he's in at the point. Favors is out there with Thomas. Then there's Garrett, and it's Rush in at the small forward position.
You know, even from here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Yep, pretty obvious. And a good call by the official.
No luck that time either. Memphis has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight.
And you look at Ed Davis out of North Carolina, we know he can be a factor with his defense and his rebounding. I think the question with Davis is, can he be good enough offensively? Will he be able to provide scoring inside?
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Gentlemen, a talented young front court duo for the Jazz in Derek Favors and Enes Kanter. This summer, they worked out with Jazz legend Karl Malone, one of the all-time great power forwards in NBA history. Whether it was positioning and a technical trick or just the mental aspects of taking on a star role, guys, you couldn't ask for a better teacher.
No question he can help. Thanks, Doris. The Grizzlies trail by 6. Well, going back to Ed Davis, he just started playing consistent minutes, Clark, with the Raptors when the trade occurred, moving him to Memphis.
Yeah, but you talk about his offensive development, Kevin, playing alongside, other skilled front court players that they've got there. I think he can get better and improve, and really it's a nice fit. Their bulk and skill and his length and shot blocking, that could be a nice combo. Well, here we can get a look at Memphis and what kind of numbers they put up these last 10 games. 8th in rebounding, 11th in field goal percentage, and team assists, not a strong point for this team. Top 20 in the league. They tend to do a lot of their scoring off one-on-one moves.
And the rebounding is really the key stat that I'm looking at right there with all those numbers you talked about, Clark. This is a team that really tries to be physical, and when they're able to secure boards, that does a lot of things for them. It helps their defense, keeping teams from getting second chance opportunities against them, and it fuels their fast break.
The dish now to Lee. And an intentional foul right there.
I'm not sure what he was thinking about there. That's a strange foul.
Who knows? Maybe he just wanted to take a break for a minute.
Leno Udrih, he's checked in for Memphis. 35 seconds left here in the third quarter. Dishes it to Pondexter. Feeds it to Davis. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Davis has got 7.
Brought back the finger roll. That's a nice finesse move to pull off with the defense all over it.
Here's Mr. Clutch. He's guarded by Udrih. Shot clock at 6. Here's Thomas. Makes it off the glass. He's got 13.
Boy, he picked him out brilliantly with that feed inside.
Tipped away. And offensively, a great show.
On Tap Friday.
And a moment here to look back at our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, no question, this was going to be the winner. Just take a look at the expertise he shows on this.
Marcus Saul is out there with Davis. And it's Udrih. Then there's Tayshaun Prince. And it's Pondexter in at the shooting guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
Easy call there.
No question about that one. You could hear the impact from where I am. You know, guys, you look at the roster of this Memphis team, and they have a lot to offer. Size and strength inside, playmakers on the perimeter, and improving an outstanding point guard in Mike Conley Jr., but you have to wonder, have they hit their ceiling?
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Dave Yeager coaching his team during that break. He wants to see a more open, aggressive approach offensively. He told his guys they're playing it too safe, trying to be too precise. He then added a message about getting physical, playing with energy, saying, quote, "Let's make sure we're the ones dictating the way this game is played." A few late-on-the-fly adjustments as the situation gets more desperate for them. It's going to be a tough hill to climb, guys.
And thank you, Doris. Here's Favors. Here's Mr. Clutch. And that one's on target from the wing. Well, Clark had talked about the Grizzlies don't have a megastar that other teams do to lean on in crunch time. And Steve, you know, they traded the closest thing to that in Rudy Gay last season.
Well, closest thing is right, Kevin. Rudy Gay was not a superstar. He was very, very good, but if he was a true superstar, they would not have moved him. So I think they just felt like they couldn't afford Gay's contract. They wanted to move on and play through their big men, Gasol and Randolph. And I think in the end, probably a wise decision because the team performed very well without Gay anyway.
Lucas kicks to Williams. Pass to Mr. Clutch. He dishes it to Lucas. On the wing, Williams. Here's Mr. Clutch. No good on the three.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots just have not dropped for him today. And guys, with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who's watched it. I mean, just a total mismatch in a true show of strength for Utah.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today, you know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year. In low to Davis. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
You gotta love the low post offense. That was beautiful.
Well, for Memphis, their last game, a loss to New York.
So far in the game for Mr. Clutch, 9 points, and he's come up with a couple of nice steals today, too.
Well, he's been playing a very energetic brand of defense, Clark. You gotta love it.
Jefferson's checked in for Brandon Rush. Both free throws good for Mr. Clutch.
The Grizzlies focused on trying to get more bang for their buck in terms of what they were paying guys, and the first shoe to drop was the trade of Rudy Gay. Just didn't want to commit to that big contract. Thought they could do a better job spreading that kind of money out over more players.
We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth. Well, for the Jazz, they can just run out the clock. Jefferson kicks to Williams. The pass to Mr. Clutch. Here's Favors and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket.
Boy, you relish these sorts of road games where you come in and you get the job done.
In a long schedule with the kinds of pressure of travel and tough opponents throughout the season, it's always good when you play a game like they have here.
And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more?
Thanks for stopping by. As you know, it's important for me to regularly check in with all of our players. So, how you feeling about the team at this point of the season?
I mean, everything's going great. The guys are great. Coach is great. I'm great.
You are.
Man, do you know Bob from maintenance?
Yeah, I do. He's a good man. You know, tomorrow's his birthday.
What?
Yeah, don't forget to wish him a happy birthday when you see him in the hallway.
I will definitely not forget to do that.
And ask him to come by and clean my windows.
That's what I was just going to say,
Dude, I'm
man.
telling you, I've been working on it, and he's been pretty busy, though, with stuff, so.
You're the boss,
I
man.
know. Well, I'm a nice boss, so.
It's crazy.
That's the thing, yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to hit it.
Yeah, coach just buzzed me a couple seconds ago. You're late for practice, so you better get down there.